So the next thing I want to talk about is why credit unions. Why are credit unions the perfect business model to do well by doing good? And so let's talk about that. Your credit union, whichever credit union you work for, was made to impact the community quite literally. And there's four things that I want to talk about to prove to you that this is the case. The first is your history. If you don't know it, go back and find out. But I can almost guarantee you that it was a small group of people in a community that came together with a unique set of challenges around their money. A lot of times it was a union or an employer group, a group of employees that came together, a physical organization that said, you know what, we've got a problem with our finances. We need better access to credit. We need cheaper credit. We need to be able to save, pool our money, and take care of each other. And we're not getting that anywhere else. So let's come together and start a credit union. So your history is the first thing that I want you to look at that shows you, wow, maybe we were made to come together and make an impact and improve people's lives, because that's what the founders of our credit union did. And so let's live that out in today's modern world. The second thing is your tax status. So credit unions are 501c14s, not-for-profits, and they hold this special business model, which is in between for-profit, which is typically about shareholder value, making a profit, making a return, making money, and a nonprofit, like the Community Impact Fund, which is all about the mission and really doing good. But oftentimes these two organizations need each other. The nonprofit needs donations from the for-profits, and the for-profits need help doing good. Well, not with credit unions. You see, credit unions are a combination of the both. They own a lane right in the middle of those two things. And so they have a business model. It's called banking. It's extremely profitable. And so we can make a profit on our own. But by law, by our tax status, we are actually required to give that profit back to the member to do good. So our tax status requires that we do well by doing good. And that is a really unique thing. That's the second thing that I want you to consider on why credit unions. The third thing is your products. The products that credit unions have to offer are exactly what the community needs to solve some of its biggest challenges. And I stress this because you don't need to innovate your products to make a difference. So it's liquidity, it's access to capital, it's the ability to save for a rainy day, it's the ability to buy transportation and housing and accomplish your hopes, dreams, and your aspirations. Those are the things that the community needs, and that's what credit unions have to offer. It's really more about how you communicate that clearly in a way that resonates and solves the problems of our membership. And then the fourth and the last thing of why credit unions is what we call your why. Simon Sinek wrote a book called Start With Why, and it talks about why you do the things you do. Some people talk about it in the form of a mission statement, but this is why you exist. And so when you combine why you exist, which is to help people, to help communities flourish, with your founding history, with your tax status, and with your products, you can see that credit unions are like no other business on the planet. And so we get really excited thinking about the impact opportunities that credit unions have. And we want to invite you into some of those strategies. So that is why credit unions.